Imagine staring into the abyss, into the crushing depths of our oceans, and realizing that what lies beneath isn't just barren seabed. What if down there, beneath miles of unexplored water, entire civilizations, forgotten for millennia, are silently waiting to be found? We're not talking about shipwrecks here. We're talking about colossal cities, monuments, and structures that defy everything we thought we knew about human history. For centuries, tales of lost lands like Atlantis have been dismissed as mere myths. But what if these weren't just bedtime stories? What if they were echoes of a truth too grand, too mind-bending for us to comprehend until now? Every day, we explore the vastness of space, dreaming of alien life among the stars. But what if the greatest extraterrestrial mystery isn't light years away, but right here, on our own planet, hidden beneath the very waves that cover 71% of our world? Prepare yourselves, because today, we're diving deep into the most incredible archaeological finds, challenging conventional history, and asking the audacious question, are these submerged cities the lost remnants of an advanced human civilization? Or are they undeniable proof that ancient aliens once walked among us, perhaps even built alongside us? Get ready to have your perceptions of history, and indeed, reality, completely overturned. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Please comment what you want to suggest to me. That will be the motivation for me to make videos every day. Thank you very much. Now let's get back to the topic. The ocean's hidden secrets, unmasking the truth about Atlantis and ancient aliens. The unseen world below. It's a staggering thought. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the majority of our own planet's oceans. Think about that for a moment. We've sent rovers millions of miles away, yet less than 5% of our oceanic floor has been properly mapped or explored. For eons, the deep blue was a barrier, a veil shrouding secrets no human could reach. But now, with incredible advances in deep-sea technology, remotely operated vehicles, advanced sonar, and submersible crafts that can withstand unimaginable pressures, that veil is slowly, tantalizingly being lifted, and what we're discovering is shaking the foundations of established history. We're finding not just scattered relics, but complex architectural complexes, intricate roadways, and massive monuments that scream intelligent design. These aren't just natural rock formations. These are the footprints of forgotten worlds. Geologists and archaeologists are piecing together a compelling picture after the last ice age, which ended roughly 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. Massive ice sheets, sometimes 2 miles thick, melted. This wasn't just a trickle, it was a deluge, causing global sea levels to rise dramatically. We're talking about 10 million square miles of land, an area equivalent to Europe and China combined, disappearing beneath the waves. Can you imagine the civilizations that existed on that land? The cities, the cultures, the knowledge. They simply vanished from our historical records, swallowed by the rising tide. The implications are enormous. It suggests that our understanding of early human civilization might be profoundly incomplete. We might have missed an entire epoch of human ingenuity. Plato's Atlantis myth or blueprint. For centuries, the legend of Atlantis has captivated imaginations. The most comprehensive account comes from the great Greek philosopher Plato, writing around 360 BCE in his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. Plato describes Atlantis not as a primitive settlement, but as an incredibly advanced island civilization, technologically sophisticated, with concentric walls, elaborate canals, and magnificent architecture. He spoke of a powerful, benevolent society that eventually succumbed to corruption and was swallowed by the sea in a single dreadful day and night. Now, here's where my personal commentary and analysis really come into play. Plato's description, often dismissed as allegory, paints a picture of a society far beyond what we typically attribute to that era. He even mentions that the Atlanteans had contact with gods from the very beginning of their formation. And this is where the ancient astronaut theory re-enters the conversation. What if Plato's gods, like Poseidon, the mythical founder of Atlantis, weren't divine beings in the traditional sense, but highly advanced extraterrestrials? Think about it. beings arriving from the sky with technology so far beyond human comprehension that they would naturally be perceived as gods. Poseidon, the god of the sea, is described as finding a mortal woman, Cleito, and building a magnificent city around her to protect his family. His 10 sons, particularly Atlas, inherited this incredible empire. They constructed a massive temple to Poseidon, adorned with gold, featuring a towering, spiral roof that reached the clouds. They had self-sufficient agriculture, advanced irrigation, and even mastered rare metals and alloys. This isn't just a simple village, this is a complex, technologically capable society. The legend even credits them with astonishing abilities like weather control, influencing volcanic eruptions, and even manipulating time or space. If these were indeed extraterrestrial beings, or humans who gained their knowledge from them, such capabilities would make perfect sense. This isn't just about a lost city, it's about a lost, advanced history that could redefine our origins. Real-life discoveries, Bimini and Cuba's sunken secrets. Now, let's move from ancient texts to incredible real-world discoveries. In 1968, archaeologist Manson Valentine made a find that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The Bimini Road. Off the coast of North Bimini Island in the Bahamas, it lies just 4 to 5 meters below the surface, easily accessible. At first glance, it looks like a natural rock formation. But look closer. These aren't random rocks. They're perfectly cut, rectangular blocks, many weighing several tons, laid out in a precise, straight line, forming what appears to be a paved road or a pier. Mother Nature doesn't typically arrange rocks in such meticulously geometric patterns. This strongly suggests human, or rather, intelligent, construction. Later expeditions, like those by Dr. David Zink, even found evidence of carefully placed wedges and supporting stones, reinforcing the artificial nature of the structure. Could this be a part of a much larger, submerged port? But the discoveries didn't stop there. In 2000, off the western coast of Cuba, a research team led by oceanographer Paulina Zalitsky made an even more astonishing find. Using advanced sonar and an ROV at depths of over half a mile, they discovered symmetrical stone structures unlike anything seen before. We're talking about massive blocks, some 400 meters wide and 40 meters high, with sharp edges and intricate designs. Some even appeared to be stacked on top of others, indicating deliberate placement. What's more, they found long, straight lines resembling avenues and, most incredibly, giant pyramid-shaped structures, some over 5 meters tall and weighing tons. In total, around 30 geometric structures were identified: streets, buildings, tunnels, and pyramids, all submerged 70 meters below the surface. This wasn't a few rocks. This was an entire submerged complex. When archaeologists compared these underwater findings to known land-based civilizations, the parallels were striking. Many noted the architectural similarities to the Maya civilization on the Yucatan Peninsula. This leads to a fascinating theory. Perhaps the Maya, with their astonishing astronomical, mathematical, and architectural prowess, were not a civilization that developed from scratch, but rather the descendants of a much older, lost mother civilization that possessed far more advanced knowledge. Imagine a catastrophic event, a massive flood, an earthquake, or continental shifts, wiping out their infrastructure, forcing the survivors to rebuild with only fragments of their former knowledge. The ruins off Cuba and Bimini could be direct evidence of this lost, highly advanced civilization. These aren't just isolated anomalies. They're pieces of a much larger, global puzzle. The Yonaguni Monument, a Pacific mystery. Crossing the globe, our journey takes us to the Pacific, to the waters off Japan. Here, near the island of Yonaguni, lies another colossal mystery, the Yonaguni Monument. Discovered in 1986 by a local diver, Kihachiro Aritake, this is not just a few stones. It's a massive, step pyramid-like structure over 100 meters long, with precise angles, terraces, and deep tunnels. Marine geologists like Masaaki Kimura from the University of the Ryukyus have spent over 15 years meticulously studying it. concluding that its symmetrical features, clear-cut steps, and drainage channels point unequivocally to artificial construction. This isn't nature's handiwork, it's the work of intelligent beings. The scale is breathtaking. The largest structure is a monolithic step pyramid, rising 25 meters from the seabed. Divers have found 5 distinct layers, with a base 183 meters wide and 27.43 meters high. What truly sets Yanaguni apart is its estimated age, based on geological evidence suggesting it was above sea level during the last ice age. This monument is believed to be over 10,000 years old. That makes it significantly older than the Egyptian pyramids or Stonehenge, which date back only about 5,000 years. This completely rewrites the timeline of advanced human civilization. Who could have built such a monumental structure during a period when mainstream archaeology tells US humans were merely hunter-gatherers living in caves? My analysis here suggests a radical reevaluation of human capabilities in prehistory. The precision of the Yanaguni monument, with its perfectly carved rectangular blocks, precise angles, and elaborate staircases, is simply too sophisticated for Stone Age tools. What's even more intriguing are the comparisons being drawn. Researchers have noted striking similarities in the architectural style to the Inca civilization, even finding features resembling South American sunstones and even carved human faces and hieroglyphs that bear a resemblance to Peruvian artifacts. This suggests a global, interconnected ancient civilization, perhaps one that shared knowledge or even technology across vast distances. The lack of limestone in the area where the monument is found further suggests it was once above sea level, validating the hypothesis that this was a land-based structure that became submerged. The question isn't if it's artificial, but who built it and how. Bermuda Triangle, Dragon's Triangle, and anomalous energy. Now, let's connect these incredible discoveries with another layer of mystery, the world's most enigmatic sea maritime zones. Both the Bimini Road and the Cuban structures lie on the western edge of the Bermuda Triangle, a region notorious for its anomalous magnetic fields and the unexplained disappearance of countless ships and aircraft. And what about Yanaguni? It sits within the Dragon's Triangle in the Pacific, also known for similar disappearances and strange phenomena, to the point where the Japanese government has declared it a hazardous zone. Here's a compelling observation. Both the Bermuda Triangle and the Dragon's Triangle are located precisely along the 25-degree north latitude line. Is this a mere coincidence, or is there a profound underlying connection? And within these very triangles, we find more colossal submerged structures. In 1977, a pyramid-like structure, about 200 meters high, was reportedly discovered at a depth of 2,000 meters within the Bermuda Triangle. What's astonishing is the description. The water around it was said to be glowing, while the structure itself was dark blue, a puzzling contrast at such depths. This structure, larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, is speculated by some Western scientists to have once been on land, submerged by a prehistoric cataclysm. This is where the ancient alien theory gains even more traction. What if these submerged pyramids, both in the Atlantic and Pacific, are not just architectural marvels but ancient energy generators or power plants? Some theorists propose they were designed to harness cosmic energy or Earth's own ley lines, creating a powerful energy field. This could explain the strange magnetic anomalies and even the disappearances within these triangles. Perhaps an uncontrolled or active energy field interfering with modern technology. The legends of sea dragons or winged monsters in ancient Japanese lore, rising from the water and emitting light, could easily be ancient interpretations of sophisticated aerial or submersible craft, now known as UFOs or USOs. Think about it. If extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in antiquity, where would be better bases than hidden underwater locations? The vast, unexplored oceans would provide perfect camouflage, shielding their operations from human eyes. The recurring sightings of UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, and USOs in these specific areas, often described as bright lights or objects emerging from the water, could be direct evidence that these ancient visitors never truly left. The presence of these massive, technologically advanced structures within these anomalous zones suggests a deliberate design, a purpose far beyond simple habitation. It implies that these are not just archaeological sites, but potentially active alien bases or power hubs that have been hidden from humanity for millennia. It's a bold hypothesis, but one that connects disparate pieces of evidence into a coherent, if controversial, narrative. Reconsidering ancient human capabilities and the lost golden age. This journey through submerged cities forces us to fundamentally reevaluate our understanding of ancient human history. Mainstream archaeology often paints a picture of our ancestors 10,000 to 14,000 years ago as primitive hunter-gatherers living in caves, just beginning to master basic tools. And while there's fossil evidence of human presence in some of these submerged regions, the sheer scale, precision, and architectural complexity of structures like Yonaguni, Cuba, and Bimini simply don't fit that narrative. It's not just about the ability to carve stone, it's about the level of organization, the engineering foresight, and the sheer audacity of vision required to plan and execute such monumental projects. How could a society, supposedly struggling for daily survival, design and build entire cities, grand avenues, and multi-layered pyramids that are still intact thousands of years later? My personal belief is that either we are drastically underestimating the intelligence and capabilities of our ancient ancestors, perhaps due to a lost golden age of humanity, or there was an external influence, an intervention that provided advanced knowledge and technology. The geological evidence strongly suggests that these sites were built when sea levels were much lower, placing their construction firmly in a period considered pre-civilized by conventional history. This isn't just a few isolated anomalies. Reports of submerged man-made structures are emerging from all corners of the globe: France, India, Japan, and elsewhere. There are two primary explanations for this. Either our ancestors had developed incredibly advanced underwater construction techniques, which seems highly improbable, given the context of the Stone Age, or, far more likely, these areas were built on land before the Great Deluge. This latter explanation leads us back to the idea of a lost civilization, highly advanced, perhaps globally connected, that was largely wiped out by the end of the last ice age. The survivors, few and scattered, would have been forced to start over, rebuilding from a much more primitive state. The Mayan civilization, with its sudden appearance of sophisticated knowledge, could be a testament to this reboot of humanity. This isn't just theory. It's a call to action for archaeology, to dig deeper, both literally and figuratively, into Earth's forgotten past. These submerged wonders aren't just ruins. They're tantalizing clues to a history far richer and more mysterious than we ever imagined. The question remains, who built these colossal, enigmatic structures? If not Stone Age humans, and if the geological evidence points to their extreme antiquity, then the possibility of an ancient extraterrestrial presence becomes increasingly difficult to dismiss. The recurring themes of gods from the sky and indigenous legends, coupled with the strange phenomena in the Bermuda and Dragon's Triangles, seem to weave a compelling tapestry. Are these regions, with their anomalous magnetic fields and UFO sightings, not just places of mystery, but ancient extraterrestrial outposts or power hubs? The consistency of these strange occurrences across both the Atlantic and Pacific is too much to simply be a coincidence. Perhaps these are ancient alien bases, still active, protected by the crushing depths of the ocean and its strange energies. It's a hypothesis that connects all the dots: the advanced technology, the sudden appearance of complex civilizations, the legends of gods, and the ongoing mysterious phenomena. The ocean, which has guarded these secrets for so long, is now slowly revealing them. So what's the ultimate lesson here? The existence of these submerged cities forces us to confront the limitations of our current historical narratives. It compels us to embrace the idea that our past is far more complex and extraordinary than previously imagined. It teaches us humility in the face of the unknown and encourages us to remain open to possibilities that challenge our preconceived notions. The greatest mysteries may not be found in the distant cosmos, but right here, beneath the waves of our own planet. The next time you look at the ocean, remember, it's not just water, it's a silent, vast museum of forgotten civilizations, waiting for us to unlock their secrets, and perhaps the secrets of our true origins.